Matt and I are at Chilliwack Lake right now, and it's beautiful here. We've never been here before. It's our first time. And it's freezing cold, the lake, because glaciers are feeding the lake as we speak. So it's really cold, but it's super beautiful. And so today we were just talking about questions that we have about Croatia and moving to Croatia. If you haven't seen our channel before, we are planning a move from Canada to Croatia in about 3 or 4 years. We started with 5, we got it down to 4, we're hoping for 3, but who knows, we'll see. And we have realized how grateful we are to have a community being built through our YouTube channel. There are people who are commenting and helping us. They're giving us advice and answering questions for us, and that's really incredible, actually. So we don't take that for granted. And we were thinking about any other questions we might be able to put out there that maybe some of you could answer for us. And some of those questions include things like, where should we live? I've already sort of fallen in love with Samobor. It's so beautiful there. It's like this quaint little village with a creek that runs through it, and it has its own old town and ruins of a castle, and oh my god, it's kind of a dream. It's kind of dreamy. So I just love that idea. They even have 5-star Michelin restaurants, and oh my gosh, Kremšnita is famous for its beautiful cake that they make there. And Matt loves donuts. They have a festival that's all about donuts, as far as I know. So that'll be nice. But we were thinking about that. I also like that it's a little bit closer to Istria. So beaches are fairly near, a couple hours, I believe. So that feels very appealing. And first we would have to rent. So I guess we'd like to know more about other places we could maybe live. Matt will probably work in Zagreb. We'd like to rent an apartment, and we're wondering if there's anyone there that could potentially help us find one. Keep in mind this is a few years away. Matt will probably work in Zagreb, so we're curious about job placement agencies, for example. If there's anyone who could recommend something like that to us, that would be ideal. He's in healthcare and education and project management and all kinds of things. So he's got lots to offer.
I want to be able to speak and understand the Croatian language really well before we go. So at least a conversational level, probably higher, because I do want to get a good job there, because I am qualified to do a lot of things, and I totally understand that the salaries aren't as high as they are in Canada, but that's okay. It's not about making money. And so in terms of employment there, I'm wondering what services there are in terms of networking, where to look for jobs, where to find recruiters, even if that's a thing. And once again, businesses, like what type of services are needed in Croatia as well. I think there's got to be some opportunity for growth there. Although I also totally respect that there's a lot of bureaucracy, and it's a lot of history, and it's an old country, and people who have money, it's probably a lot of old money, so it's difficult to be an entrepreneur there. But for somebody like myself who has a background in post-secondary education and in healthcare and in laboratory and project management and other similar fields, a lot of overlapping fields, there must be some opportunity as well, and I'd want to tap into that. So I'm just wondering how that works in Croatia. I think it's a challenge no matter where you are. It's even a challenge in Canada. So that's definitely a question that I have. Yeah, the air isn't too bad right now, but there is a trace amount of fire smoke in the air, because there are a lot of forest fires nearby. Not actually in Canada where we are, but it's actually across the border in the United States in Washington State. There are some big forest fires there right now, and I think that's why I'm coughing and my voice is a little raspy. I'm curious about the food in Croatia. So I understand that there is a lot of seafood, a lot of fish, especially living near the coast. As you go inland, of course, there's more meats and cheeses and breads and those sort of things. You know, your pork and beef and poultry and lamb and those sort of foods. But I'm wondering what other foods are there? So there, of course, there's an Italian influence as well, right? There's pizza and pasta and risotto and those sort of things that are Mediterranean type of foods. But what else is there? Like Grace, for instance, lived in Japan for a long time. She loves sushi. It's a treat for her. So, is it easy to find sushi in Zagreb, for instance? Other foods, there are things we like Indian food. We eat it sometimes, and we really love it when we do. Are there Indian restaurants there? Are there Thai restaurants? Thai food is something that we eat sometimes as well. I know it's near Greece. We love Greek food. How similar is it to Greek food there, or Portuguese food, or Spanish food? We eat those as well. German food. I love sauerkraut. Even Ukrainian. I love pierogies. Are those easy to get in Croatia, or how common is it? So those are questions I have about cuisine.
One of the things I was wondering about is, has anyone shipped all of their personal belongings to Croatia? And if so, what company did you use? And how much did it cost based on the size of the home that you moved your stuff from? We have a small two-bedroom apartment with fairly light furniture, a little bit of camping equipment, and a couple bikes, and we have a little Vespa, it's called. It's an Italian motorcycle. It's small, 130 cc's, I think it is. How many? 150? It's 115 cc's. So, yeah, we're just curious about that.
Another thing I know Gracie would be interested in is, are there nail salons in Croatia? She likes being pretty and making herself sparkle. So I don't know. I know she watches YouTube videos and looks around and is hoping that she can find something that gives her an answer, whether it's something that's very common, easy to find, affordable. So that's a question that I have for her. Is that something that she'd be able to find easily living in Croatia? Yeah, so one thing that I'm wondering about is, because it's such a geologically active area and there are so many earthquakes in Croatia, how does it work for insurance? Is there earthquake insurance? And is there earthquake insurance that's different for, if there is there earthquake insurance that's different for somebody who owns a house versus somebody who owns like a condo or in a multi-unit building or in an apartment? And what does that entail? What do people do if there's an earthquake and their home is damaged? What do they have to for help? What can they do to make sure that they're going to be okay after that happens? Yeah, at the moment in Canada, it is very difficult for many people to get a family doctor. Just in the province of British Columbia, there are over 500,000 people who do not have a family doctor. One of the things I'm wondering about Croatia is how long would it take somebody to find a family doctor when they move there? And not just family doctors, but other things as well. How long would it take, or how difficult is it to find a dentist